So you want to fucking learn how to speedrun VoG. Well, this is a comprehensive guide to help anybody out at any level. I've collaborated with Kavik, Cam, Donuts, and Grisella to help me out. They gave inputs on tips and tricks and things I should add or not. There's going to be loadouts, screenshots, and notes on the side that you should follow. If there's any questions or concerns, just give me a comment down below and I'll address that. I will have timestamps in the description and links for other helpful tips down in the description as well. So make sure you check that out before you have any questions. Enjoy the video. The main objective of entrance is to be able to time lock the encounter while having all 5 other Titans down at the doors ready to shoot when adds spawn. The way you do this is having an outside left and an outside right. Warlock should be outside right, and they tell the Titan on outside left to go in at around 1:30. They are left to solo up until 1:55, and then they should head in. In the meantime, all the other Titans should split up evenly between the sides and get their suit. Now it should be noted that you can do a Gorgon kill if necessary. That is just going to be dependent on your team level and how confident your team is at transition. Now for the Warlock doing outside right, you should stay down low when your teammates leave from getting their supers. You can stay down here until around 120, 125. Once you tell your teammate to leave, you need to be up on the pillar, as you'll see here in a second. Once you're up on the pillar, you should always be watching the door spawn with the far spawn in the corner of your eyes. Listen for the spawns behind you. If you do get a spawn behind you, rocket and nade or rocket and scout as quickly as you can, and then keep your eyes on the far spawns. You should occasionally sling rockets like that at the door spawn. That way you can catch any Praetorians coming out. Because if they're going for left plate, they'll be a pain in the ass to hit if you don't catch them early. If the Praetorian's coming up in mid, you can aim down sights, hit them with a rocket, and scout them to death. You should leave around 1:55 to make it down. Once you've sparrowed down and you've hit the trigger, you'll get full ammo. After you hit the trigger, keep on going until you can sparrow off the map and then swap to a hard light and your preferred rocket. This is so you can keep as much ammo as possible.
And get it out. You don't want to hold it in.
Well, you do, because then you could hire, you silly bastard.
The main goal of Confluxes is to shoot your doors and kill your adds as fast as you possibly can. Titans should be popping their bubbles as soon as respawn restricted pops up. I'm going to show where all the bubbles should go.
That you would know.
Community, like
Yeah,
speaking.
Now there are some important spawn patterns. For the Titan bottom mid, he should be focused on the bottom left door. Top mid, the Titan that's popping the bubble first should be focused on the left door. Right and left door spawns usually aren't that consistent, and if you get lucky, you'll get spawns in them. That's how you know you're going to have a good first legions. Now when you do get legions, these are the responsibilities to the 3 people dealing with the waves. Warlock should pop song and throw nades in the according places and shoot a rocket as soon as the wave spawns, while a top mid Titan drops down and gets the 2 spawns in the back. The bottom mid Titan should be backboarding a rocket on the left hand side of the stairs to kill the 1 legion spawn. Make sure everybody else who isn't responsible for legions in bottom mid is checking their doors for late legion spawns, because if you do get late legion spawns, this can cause a 7. After you've checked for late legion spawns, you should go start clearing harpies and supplicants from mid. Don't throw rockets or nades near the Templar. Sometimes when you throw rockets and nades near Templar, that causes him to move towards the door. This is not good, as top mid will have a hard time being able to shoot their doors. Just use shoddy ammo to clear them. If you use primary, this is just a waste that you could be using to clear adds in your doors, as primary ammo can sometimes become a problem. Assuming you get a 4, no one needs to shoot any more rockets after the second big wave of adds. The Warlock should take care of the last set of adds. Once you see negation on your screen, all the Titans should begin popping their bubbles and get ready to start the next round of Confluxes. If the Templar does move during Legions, and he moves all the way to the back of the door, one of the top mid titans needs to pop a bubble directly on him, and then the other should do another bubble in a Venn diagram style fashion. That way the two bubbles are overlapping and the Templar is completely inside one of the bubbles, so when he slams, he doesn't kill you. And if he's not all the way up against the door, try moving him with nades and rockets until he's there, then place your bubble. The rest of Confluxes is rinse and repeat. Once you're done with the last wave of legions, you can swap to your oracle stuff. The main goal for the oracles encounter is to time lock the final oracle kill and to make sure that you promptly kill any oracles that spawn so you don't delay any of the other spawns. Between rounds you should chain bubbles in bottom mid, that way Warlock can get his super for the relic and melting, and Templar bubble can get their slams for transition. The Titans doing melting and Templar bubbles should not chain their bubbles in the same place as the other Titans, but rather pop them underneath where Templar usually sits, picking up the orbs that the Warlock generated in Confluxes. Titans should chain bubbles until after the second round of Oracles, then they can swap to their Templar stuff. Between Oracle rounds, the Warlock should also be baiting slams from the Templar to skip his negation. This makes the Templar leave faster and start the next round of Oracles faster as well. When the Warlock goes to bait the slam after the first wave of Oracles, you should use a primary weapon to shoot the Templar. This makes him do the Ritual of Negation just a few seconds faster for a little added time save. The rest of Oracles is just rinse and repeat. After the third round of Oracles, everybody should switch to their Templar stuff while the Warlock switches to his transition stuff, as he won't be doing any damage to the Templar. I'll have all the sequences of the Oracle waves and spawns in the description. You don't really need to assign Oracles to anybody, but should make sure that everything is covered and Oracles aren't left unchecked. Templar is a fairly straightforward and very fast encounter. The entire goal is just to basically melt the Templar as fast as possible. For this, you're going to want to use Fourth Horseman, a tripod quick draw cluster onto dust, a melting point, a weapons bubble with illuminated. You should pop the weapons bubble and have all the Titans wait in the bubble until Templar spawns. When Templar spawns, jump straight up after the shield breaks from the Warlock melting point. And then fire all of your Fourth Horsemen and immediately garrison back and swap to your tripod cluster onto dust. Shoot all 3 rockets and then go into your inventory and swap to a sword and slam. After you swap, you should pick up the orbs that have been generated in mid if you're melting's orb Templar bubble. Get ready by the door, and then as soon as it opens, start your transition. After the 4th round of Oracles, the Warlock should be up by Templar, ready to bait the final slam. Once you bait a slam, go and wait in bottom mid for the relic to spawn. Pick it up as soon as it does, and the orbs along with it. Jump towards the Templar door, ready to shoot your super at Templar. Once you get the new mission and underneath your radar, shoot your super, then clip through the door and wait until the Templar is dead. You should hear explosions from Templar. Wait 3 seconds to start your transition. If you don't, you'll get a turn back and you'll die with the relic. If your timing is correct, you'll be able to get the relic down so long as you're proficient with the skate. Here's a clip of me doing it correctly. Listen to the audio from the Templar.
I missed the fucking breach, dude.
How do you go first?
Ah yes, transition, my favorite part of VOG. Now I'm going to show some clips of all the transitions that we use today in runs. There are a lot of different variations of these transitions, but these are the main ones that you should use in runs. The composition of your teammates' transitions should just depend on their skill level. For example, in record runs we use 4 overwalls and a early clip through Templar door to do a cab slide. But if you're just running for a sub 15, really, all you need is to have people who are decent at normal transition. You don't need to do anything crazy. If you can do overwall and you're confident, go ahead and do it. But here are all the clips. I'm not going to explain how to do all of this stuff because there's a lot of nuances and I don't want this to be a super long video, but I will link at tips and tricks that Rules made for Overwall and normal transition, I think. Cav side's not on there, but a lot of this stuff is just going in and experimenting and figuring out for yourself, because you can just clip all the way down to transition and VOG and practice whenever you'd like. It's not like you have to get a checkpoint or anything. I will explain the Warlock transition when we get there, though. Oh, also, you should swap your loadout as soon as you hit the Gatekeeper checkpoint to get ready for Gatekeeper. Duh.
Keep rolling, please. Everyone else.
Yeah.
Guardian, down.
To Relics Gate, you want to press R2 plus X if you're on PlayStation, and RT plus A if you're on Xbox. Once you press RT or R2, what you want to do is wait a little bit so you build momentum with your slam and then press X or A. Because if you do it too soon, you won't get a good skate. Also, when you aim, you want to be holding forward on your stick. Otherwise, your slam can send you in weird directions and it's just not optimal. Now again, this isn't a very lengthy explanation, but like I said, a lot of transition and a lot of VOG is honestly practice in person. There will be a link to a video of how to practice with the relic if you can't get it down from Templar because you're inexperienced. Basically, you just get a Gatekeeper CP and bring it all the way back up. I'll have that video linked in the description.
Going.
That sucks that I can't hit an overwall.
Guardian down.
Keep rolling, please. Everyone else.
Gatekeeper's fairly simple. There's really one only super important job, and that is the Gatekeeper breach is when you're clipping through the door early to go and damage Gatekeeper. That way you can insta-kill him. I'll have a clip of that up on the screen. But for the rest, basically, what you want to do is you want to assign people to left and right portal to instantly stand on it. Then you want to have 2 people going in each portal. One of the guys insta-standing on the portal needs to go mid after they fully built the portal and pick up the relic. And all the while you should be killing ads to get your super. One of the 2 people going in the portals needs to focus on killing yellow bars to generate their super while assisting the Gatekeeper kill. In right side specifically, you need Warlock and a Titan to go in. Use G-Horn for the kill. The Warlock should be skating out of right side, and that's about it. Don't drop the relics until the portals are fully built. If you need to get extra super, your teammates don't have super, make sure you leave the yellow bar Praetorians alive that spawn out of the portals and let them get tags on all the Praetorians, including the ones that spawn in top mid. Getting tags and then killing them will give them plenty of super. So it really shouldn't be a struggle, but sometimes it can be. So Vogue Gauntlets and Tier 5 Intellect can help a lot getting your super in this segment. It is important to note that Gatekeeper on Xbox is a little different than PlayStation. In PlayStation, he always spawns middle. So the guy clipping is going to do a countdown for the people to shoot rockets. But on Xbox, you would want to have a melting point and a bubble so they can solo the kill on whatever side they're on. Or sometimes you go in with a tracking rocket like Hunger of Crota, shoot a shot, and then you'll do a countdown to for your teammates to shoot mid to get the kill. So now you're on Atheon, the final part. You need to bake Atheon. Basically for this, to get set up, you want to equip Armamentarium. Really anytime you're done doing your specific job in Gatekeeper, so you can gen 2 nades, have them ready to throw when the Warlock calls. You should swap on and off a Simmering because sometimes picking up the relic can glitch it and you won't generate your nades as fast, so make sure you do that. But the most important roles are the Warlock, his timing of popping Song of Flame, first melting and second melting. I kind of go off a feel for when I pop Song of Flame, but if you want, you can do it when you see the new mission in the top left underneath your radar. As soon as you pop, you want to go into your subclass and change off of Radiant Will and equip Viking Funeral. And then as soon as you come out, start throwing fusion nades and rocket in between. You never want to reload your rocket. You want to just spam nades, whether you're a Titan or a Warlock. For first melting, you want to get 3 or 4 nades down before you go and stand close to Atheon. And what you're going to do is jump up at hip level and melting point and then come back. When you're coming back, second melting should go up and stay up for the rest of the kill. This is so Atheon stays in place, and depending on the kill, you'll probably get 1 or 2 extra meltings on him. But, I mean, the rest of the Titans should just spam thermite nades and shoot rockets in between. I prefer to use Galley. You can use Onto Dust, but Galley's just more consistent in hitting him. And that is the comprehensive Vogue speedrunning guide. I didn't include absolutely fucking everything that I possibly could. I didn't want this video to be too super long. I think it's around 18:30 right now, which is about perfect. So if you do have questions, definitely ask them down below. There will be links in the description. Don't forget that. I will have timestamps, everything like that. Thanks to Cav, Donuts, Cam, and Grisella for helping me out with this and giving their input. And I fucking love Vogue and hope this helps people out and people who want to run, because a lot of people ask me to help them out. Thanks for watching.